Okay, I'm recording now. I was struggling for a while to the point where I had to go back to the doctor. And I was on some antidepressants for postpartum depression, which I've experienced with 3 out of 4 of my kids, lucky me. Surprisingly enough, the child that I didn't have it with was my most challenging kid. Whatever, maybe I was too busy with him. But anyway, I usually, what happens is about 9 months after things start clearing up and I get weaned off the antidepressant. Well, this time wasn't the case. Was starting to have like thoughts of wanting to run. I'm just being honest with you guys. I was having thoughts of wanting to like run away and like didn't want to be around my kids. And like Sarah Bry knows a little bit. I kind of would text her and talked a little bit now and again about what's going on. And I was like almost at a point of like, I don't know what to do. And like I was doing my business activities. And you guys know I'm really organized and I'm a list maker and I check things off a list and I'm very consistent, which is all good things. And I'm not saying those, I think those are definitely pluses of mine, but it sometimes can be at my detriment where I'll just focus on those and get it done. And then there's no feeling behind where I'm at. And so I was totally missing the boat on taking care of myself. So Wendy really encouraged me, well, she basically forced me to not forced me, but you know what I mean, to do a call with her life coach, Leah. And so I got to meet Leah that one night, which I've already talked about. I got to meet her and that was really great. It affected me a lot, actually, more than what maybe people that were there indicated, but just like how much of that piece was missing for me. That I don't want to be a person that's on antidepressants my whole life. I don't. I think there is a time and place for it, and I think I totally believe in it. But I also know that if I'm not working on myself, I'm not helping myself or my business. Sorry, I have my like light on, and it's like bright in my face. Maybe that's a little bit better. Anyway, so I knew that that was really missing for me, and I knew that's why my business was not growing as fast. Because when you talk to some people whose businesses are flourishing, yes, of course, there's different strategies we can do, but a lot of it has to do with attraction, like who's attracted to you. And I'm not talking about like, you know, attraction like man, woman, or whatever attraction. I'm talking like like wanting to be around you. If you are not fueling yourself with what you need, you're not going to attract the people you need to build your business as well. So it kind of goes together. And anyway, Wendy got me on a call with Leah and was able to have a full hour conversation with her on the phone. And now I'm doing one of her groups. It's like Unstuck Yourself Academy. It's like $50 a month. And at that point, I'm like, you guys know, I don't like to spend money if I don't need it. But I was like desperate. I'm like, what do you need me to pay? Like, I just don't feel good. You know, I did get my meds increased a little bit, so I'm sure that's helped me too. But you know, that's really what I've been doing, is just kind of pouring myself into personal development. And that's part of the reason why I want to cover that tonight, is the importance of, and when I'm saying personal development, I'm not talking about just like pulling out GoPro or whatever. Those are great books, you know, things that help your business and things like that. But I'm talking about doing the things that you need to do to take care of yourself. Because we are all business builders in here. We all want to build a business. But with that, we also know we're balancing the other pieces in our life that we have, like parenting for most of us, maybe another job, maybe other obligations, marriages, whatever it may be. If there's other things going on in your life that are stressful, and then you add on building, you want to build this crazy, amazing business, which is something that I've had a goal for since I've started, and while balancing a full-time job, kids, blah, 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 whatever. So it's easy to kind of get lost in the just get so focused on wanting to build, and we have to take care of ourselves, which you know, I'm realizing now, finally realizing now, that my business won't grow unless I personally grow. So there you go. So a couple of things that I wanted to share with you guys, and like maybe you guys can share some things that works for you too, like as far as self-care goes, to make sure that you're still doing the things you need to do with your business. I'm not telling you to slow down your business or not do your business activities. You still need to do them. But what it does is it helps bring the joy back into doing it, because people can sense that even when you're typing messages, they can sense your emotional well-being. If you're just checking things off a list, okay, I got that done, which is what I was doing for a little bit there. I think people can really sense that, and that's not attractive. So some of the things that I've been trying to do, and it's really helped me, and it's a work in progress, because I tend to be a very, like, I don't like to sit down unless I'm doing something, sitting down at the computer or physically doing something with my hands. It's really hard for me to relax. It's just who I am. And I'm constantly, and I realize this by working with Leah, is that I'm tense all the time. Like, my body is always like, I have to physically tell myself to relax. So what I've been doing every morning is I get up and I set my intentions for the day, which means, like, I'm not getting up and going straight on my computer. I'm not getting on my phone right away. I come downstairs, I go into my office, and I, of course, make my coffee. It's like kind of my thing. I love coffee. And then I do my form of meditating, which I'm still learning about it, so I don't know if I'm doing it correctly, but it is helping me. Is I will really sit in silence and I say some things in my mind of, like, in prayer, where I'll say, like, thank you, God, for helping me or for making me relax today. Thank you, God, for making me be patient with my kids today. So it's talking in the present, like in the present term of what I want. Because those are the things I struggle with: being patient with my kids, relaxing, dealing with my stress in a healthy way. Because sometimes when I'm stressed, I get nasty. Like, I'm not friendly to my husband, You guys would never know it. It's usually, it gets taken out on him or the kids, and that's not okay. So, those are the things I do. And then I also do, like, a little devotional. I have a daily devotional book that I read. And I just, like, sit in silence and just let my mind go and think about what is going forward for the day. Like, not list taking, just like, okay, this is what I'm doing today. And just, like, sitting in it and knowing that's my day. And it has helped me. It's helped me just recognize, like, I'm not feeling like, oh my gosh, I got this crazy day ahead of me. It's more like, I got this. Like, I totally can do this. Like, I am in the right mindset. I've done some breathing. I've got my mind in the right place. And, you guys know I get up early and work, and I've been way more effective with when I then sit down and I look through the things I want to get accomplished before I go to my other job. And I do it with a lot more personality and more of me coming back in. And that's really helped out a lot. So that's just something that I've been doing. Obviously, I'll say the personal development is huge. And I know a lot of people say I don't have time and whatnot. And I'm one of those people that have said that historically, but podcasts are your savior. Audible is a savior. I know Erin Cermak uses this website. I don't know if she's used, or not website, I'm sorry, an app where you can basically access books from your library on your phone. I can't remember what the name of it is. I had it. You can get some of the books on audio, but it's free, which is cool. If I can remember what it is, I had it downloaded and I stopped using it, so I think I deleted it because my phone space was up. But I usually use Audible just because it's easy. I could download a book and I'll flip from canceling Audible for a while, and then I'll re-sign up and cancel whatever, just depending on. So make sure you've got a good personal development book that matches where you're at in your business. Like, if you're needing that uplifting, you need, like, the self-confidence booster, find a book that is going to empower you. If you're really needing some more information about the business and understanding how multi-level marketing works, like, GoPro is amazing, or if you're needing, like, something to just, you're like a person that needs a kick in the butt kind of person, read 10X by Grant Cardone, or what's another one? I have Get Over Your Damn Self. That one's good too. That one gives a lot of strategies and some things to how to handle conversations and things like that. So, that is important too. But you kind of have to match it up with where you're at with your business. The other thing that Leah's been talking to me about is, well, a few things that she's been talking to me about is that deep breathing when things get crazy and life is stressful, like how important it is to take the 3 seconds to stop whatever you're doing and do some heart breathing, which means you like put your hand over your heart and then you in silence. You're not going to probably do it in the middle of like a meeting at work, but when you have some time to just like recenter yourself, take 5 seconds to take some deep breaths in silence and just get your body calmed down. The other thing she's talked to me about is, and you've probably seen it on social media if you're in her groups or whatever, because she has a free group that she has kind of running, is filling your cups. It's just in the beginning of the day when I set my intentions, I also think of one thing that I'm going to do for myself for the day. And it's not working out, even though working out technically is filling your cup, but I already do that. Like I think of something that's over the top, not over the top, but extra that helps me just do something, bring the joy in my life, bring joy back in your life. So that is, like the other night I was like, oh, I'm going to paint my nails with Ava. So we sat down and we painted our nails and I really enjoyed it. Like, and it's not just like, I got to go do this. It's being present in the moment, just really being present with whatever you're doing. Or maybe it's taking a bath, if you have time, go take a bath. Or maybe you're just going to have a glass of wine and you're just going to enjoy the crap out of it. You know what I mean? Like it's really finding something you want to do and just really enjoy it, immerse yourself in it. So that's been something I've been consciously trying to do instead of just like going through the day to day. Like that's just silly to just go through the day and these are all the things I got to do. Like, let's enjoy it. And by doing that, it will show up in our business. And I have to say over the last 2 weeks, like I'm at Success Club 8, which is not like groundbreaking, but for me it is. Like that's it's today's the 13th, for me to be at Success Club 8 and the 13th. That was pretty showing to me, like I'm getting, I'm doing better when I'm not going crazy, like stressed out with how I'm handling it, as opposed to doing it this way where I've been just bringing the joy back into my business and I bring it back by taking good care of myself. The other thing is I get up early still in the morning, but I have been allowing myself to completely sleep in on the weekends. Like I used to you guys probably think I'm crazy, but I was waking up at between 4:30 and 5:30 every day, 7 days a week, period. I would get up and work. And that probably wasn't helping my cause of dealing with, little depression and anxiety, sleep deprived, not feeling at my best. So I've committed to sleeping in Saturday, Sunday, and then I sleep in a little bit on the day I have off, which is Wednesdays. I had today off. I don't work on Wednesdays anymore. I sleep in a little bit more. I don't completely sleep in, but it's really made a difference. So, as much as I am for the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do it, the 5-second rule, that's really made a difference for me. So, the other thing is finding an accountability partner, making sure if you have a success partner, I know that some of you might already. If you don't, it might be time to get in the market for it. It doesn't have to be anyone on our team. It might be someone from a different team, but just someone who you can support each other emotionally and with your business, kind of like a BFF in your business. So they're not necessarily your best friend, but I'm just saying someone that you connect with all the time with the business. And I would suggest it being someone who's on the same path as you. So I saw this morning. Anyway, so, and then the last thing I would say is just plug in, or not the last thing, I have 2 more things. Plug in, you guys already are. You're on our team call on Wednesday nights. I think that brings a different sense of community. The people that are on it every week, like I'm closer to you guys than I am with the people that don't get on every week. And I think we all kind of feel a different sense of community. So if we can get on our calls regularly, and if you guys have, like I said, if there's things that you want to talk about, like Sarah Bryce brought to me some things where she's like, I can talk about this. And I'm like, yeah, bring it up, because obviously, we all have different strengths. Like Julie was just saying, like at the beginning of the call before everyone got on, Julie Club, she was saying like she's already at 5 coaches. Like she just started coaching a couple months ago, and the 2 months, the success has come from her just being genuine on social media. She's having some great success with her fitness journey. She's sharing about it, being genuine. that's what, sometimes we just got to keep the business simple. But I mean, that's her strength right now, is like just being out and sharing what's going on. And that's amazing. So, and then the other thing is of course, you're going to hear me say this because this is kind of me, is make sure you plan out your week. And that really does decrease your stress. If you just kind of come into Monday and you're like, okay, I got to work. And then at some point I'm going to fit Beachbody, and at some point I'm going to fit my workout in. That's not going to cut it. Or if you have a busy week of like plans with family or birthdays and stuff like that, like you've got to really seriously sit down and look at your calendar on Sundays or whatever day you need to plan, and just like, okay, this is what's going on. And maybe on Tuesday, it's so jam-packed, like I'm not going to get enough done. I'm not going to have enough time for my Beachbody business. Well, I'll get enough to post on my social media, but I'll make up for it on Wednesday. That's totally fine. And then that helps decrease that stress on Tuesday, where you're not like, oh my gosh, I didn't get to work. You can be like, it's cool. I already planned for it. I already planned that I know I'm not going to be able to work as much today because it's so darn busy. But I am going to work an extra half hour, an hour the next day because I do have the time for it. You get what I'm saying? That does help me, at least, where it gives me grace and like it gives me like permission, when things are crazy, So that's just something to keep in mind. It's just, I know I've talked about it before, but just like really being organized really helps out a lot. So there's my tips. That's what I wanted to go over today. And I also just wanted to be honest with you guys what had been going on with me lately, and doing a ton better. A lot of it has been, my family is like amazing. They all knew something was going on with me because I wasn't behaving normally. And so they rallied around my husband and, all that stuff. And you guys are awesome too. So, and then Leah and Wendy helped out a lot. So that's what's the story. So I wanted to make sure I told you what's working for me and share it with you all. So does anyone have anything that works for them that they feel like sharing, or what are some things that are helping you propel your business forward? You can type it in if you want, or you can unmute yourself. Totally drinking coffee because for some reason I'm tired today, even though I slept in a little bit.
Honestly, one thing that helps me is the power hours really help me because I stay focused and I know that I'm there to work. I can't just sit down and just post something and then walk away and go on about my day. Like I have to do it for a little while. And like I've tried switching from posting more about my life, and I post a lot about fitness and stuff just because that's my life now. Like that's just me, but I can't just post something real quick and then come back to it because I'm like a squirrel and I have a lot going on. So
I think a lot of us are that way too, though, like at least I am that way too, where when I work, I have to sit down at my desk. I'm not going to sit on my phone in the family room, and unless someone messages me and I have to, like it's urgent, like I let my messages pile up and I do it all at once. Because that stresses me out too. But yeah, I'm the same way. I just like sit down and do it. And then when I'm done, I'm done. I'm like, I walk away and I'm doing whatever, The nice thing is with your like page, if you guys have a fitness page, like page, I think Beachbody coaches are the only people that actually call them like pages, but I don't know what else other people call them. But you can schedule your posts if you feel that organized. I thought I was going to do that at the beginning of the school year, but I was like, Sundays, I'm going to come up with like 35 posts. Nope, I didn't even do it once. But it is nice. Sometimes in the morning, I'll schedule like a noon post, so that helps a little bit. I don't know if we can do it on our personal pages because I don't post on my personal page really anymore. So, but you can definitely schedule posts on your in your challenge groups, which is cool. So how's everyone else doing? It looks like everyone's tired. Carl's tired. Christy, you got back from your church. You had something at church tonight. Good to see you. Anyone else got anything?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
We have gems on Wednesday night, but it goes to 8:15. I only live 5 minutes from church. But I cleaned up my desk this weekend because we had family reunion, and so I'm making some steps towards having my space back and setting a routine for the school year. But yeah, it's the first 5-day week. I'm like dragging, and it's only Wednesday. But I do think just along the lines of your taking time in the morning, like, because Sarah and I are running a group right now, and that has like been a gut check for me because I haven't done it this week. So last week I was able to get up 2 mornings and get my workout in, get my morning post in, do my devotions, and it just makes me feel so much like calmer during the day. So I'm like, why do you not remember that in the morning? That alarm goes off. So, but I'm working at it.
Good. I'm glad. And I think the biggest thing too, like, I think a girl in our challenge group was like, I've got 6 kids, I got to get out the door. And I'm like, seriously, just wake up 5 minutes earlier. Like, if you can't do all, 5, it doesn't have to be like, where you're waking up way earlier, 5 to 15 minutes earlier, just to like settle yourself for the day.
Right.
Because I know if I wake up and I have kids in my face, like, it's not setting me off right.
Well, and it's baby steps. I mean, that's kind of, I think, what I said to her, the same girl. I was like, just, one day, little things, like start to change little things, and then it becomes habit. And then, then maybe you're getting up to do your workout before the kids get up. So, yeah.
Right. I hear you. So it's just a tip that's been helpful to me. So I don't know. Anyone else have anything they want to share? How's everyone's businesses going? Where do you feel like you're at? Slow, not slow? I do have one thing I was going to bring up. Oh, Sarah, were you going to say something?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I was.
You're muted. Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say that I feel like my business is going really slow. I'm at SC8. I started in the hole this month. So I'm happy I'm at 8, but I had just kind of an awakening, or I guess a reminder these last few days, just to share about the business. So I listened to the wake up call, which was really good if you haven't listened to that. And then I've been listening to Keith Callahan's videos because I like his page. And his videos are really related to Beachbody coaches. That's who he's directing them to. But I got a card today from a client who is now a coach. She's a discount coach. And it was unexpected, and it was a thank you card. And it was just a reminder that, and I posted on my team page about this, so some of you have already heard this, that you might just be the last option for some people. Because this woman shared that her spirit was broken. That's what she wrote. And she had shared with my sister that I saved her this summer. She wrote in my card, "You saved my life." And I had no idea. I didn't know it was that bad. I just thought she wanted to join our group and get in shape. And it was just a reminder that it doesn't matter how many pounds someone has to lose or gain, because I think there are people who maybe don't need to lose weight, but they're not healthy. And you don't know what's going on in their head. So are they fighting depression? And thank you for sharing that. I know that's not easy to share, Sarah. I've been where you're at. I have been there, and it sucks. But anxiety, or maybe like she said, her spirit was just broken. Like she didn't feel like anyone believed in her, and she certainly did not believe in herself. So it was just a reminder that why aren't we sharing this? Why wouldn't I share with everyone I can because, and I know why. I know my reasons. It was basically, you worry about what people are going to say. I worried about fear of rejection and, well, screw it. I mean, I could have 10 people who say, there she goes again with another business post. And it's worth it if I have one person. I could have 100 people say that. It's worth it if I have one person say, yes, I need this. And we know it's not for everyone. So that was just an eye-opener. So I think what I'm going to do is just go live more about that. Maybe Monday through Friday.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be my goal. Just go live more on my Fit page or my like page Monday through Friday. And it's going to be business opportunity challenge group related. Not just Brody.
We love Brody.
Being a screwball, even though those are fun. And those seem to get the most likes. But
he's like famous.
Someone stopped us in Meyer and stopped him. They stopped Brody. Like, okay, this is weird. Keep going. No, I think that's been my problem. Not sharing enough about the business. I turn a lot of challengers into coaches, but I would like to I think that's how I'm going to attract working coaches.
Yeah.
So I want to encourage everyone to just think back to how Beachbody, what has it done for you?
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, it's easy to get negative. Oh, I haven't hit these numbers, or I'm tired. I haven't done my invites, but what has it done for you? And like Julie is having success with this. That's what you share. Whatever it's done for you, that's what you share. Is it the network of people? Is it building confidence? Is it weight loss? Whatever it is it financial? Because we have a solution for health, and we have a solution for finances.
Mm-hmm. And some things I try to remind, or I've been lately trying to remind myself of, and I need to do this too, Sarah, and is like when I first started as a coach, who did I say this to? I said this the other day. Like my most successful coaches, I brought on my very first year because my excitement was in. Like I was like, oh my God, this is so amazing. You know what I mean? And I don't think it's coincidental that the coaches that have had the most success in my business, I brought on my first year. So because of that, like be genuine. Like, why is it so exciting to you, and share about it totally. And I think that's something that we sometimes forget. But yes, I was going to talk about Keith Callahan. He's cool because he is, first of all, he's $1 million earner. And if you go, he doesn't post about challenge groups. He doesn't even run challenge groups. He doesn't hardly sell challenge packs. Did anyone see the video that Wendy posted on Good Vibes Tribe about the Shakeology?
Yeah, I watched that.
I watched it right before.
I'm going to do it.
I'm going to totally do it. I'm like, duh.
Everyone needs to watch that.
Go to the Good Vibes Tribe page. It's a 22-minute video. Watch it. And he talks about how you don't have to, and I'm not saying stop posting about your fitness and stuff. Don't get me wrong, because I still think challenge groups are valuable. Actually, running challenge groups is my favorite part of the business. But I love, he said, we have to lead. A lot of times we lead with fitness, and then, okay, with Shakeology, it's a harder upgrade to sell than we're really talking about Shakeology. And then if they want the fitness program, that's great. But you got to watch the video. I'm not going to do it any justice. Watch his video because he explains it really well, how he gets Shakeology customers that stick around without running challenge groups, without posting it about 1,000 times a week. And a lot of it's just through private messenger. So take a look at that video. I'll see if I can share it on Team All Stars too, just so it's easier for everyone to find. So, but that I'm totally going to do too, Sarah. As my next shipment, I'm going to order a 24-pack sampler pack. So, but anyway, anyone else have anything going on with their businesses?
I was just reading these comments. Christy said you get scared with topics, not knowing what to share. I'm the same way. I am the same way. So I started an Evernote on topics to go live on. And I'm just gonna,
You would
I'm gonna
never
start out
know.
by keeping them
You
short.
would never know that you get scared about topics because I'm sorry, honey, you have more topics than anybody I know. I'm like, oh, how did she come up with this? I mean, every time you turn around, you're. I'm like, geez, oh, Peach, lady, slow down, I can't keep up. Sorry.
That's why I'm sharing it, because I do.
How do you run out as much as you? Oh no, you don't run out. I'm sorry. I couldn't stay quiet no longer.
I have to keep a list, and a lot of my topics come from my PD or my kids, but a lot of them are personal development. But I started keeping a list in Evernote. So I'm just going to make a list of all the positives of the business. And my problem is I want to share them all at once. And I'm just going to pick one. So I'm going to go live tonight and just pick one topic.
That's such a good idea. I don't do that. I need to make a list of topics.
Carl, I'm going to go live about you next time.
Oh, you'll get the most likes on that.
I could. My team. Our team.
Totally.
I guess my biggest thing with live too is like, I don't know, because I always in the past have just done more like about me and not necessarily fitness related. But yeah, I don't know, because I just feel like in the past I've gotten so much, looks like we're running out of time, sorry, so much backlash, like the haters. I guess there's only a few, but I mean, it's just like, that's where I kind of eased back on like hosting or stuff. I don't know. It gets challenging.
Well, the
you got to put on your hater goggles, man. You got to put on your hater.
But Christy, when you went live about the Daily Sunshine and you had your daughter on there and you were mixing in a Shakeology, you were making something, every time you do that kind of a post, I think, I could really do that with my kids. And I think, oh, no. You don't know my children, Carl. Quit that idea. But it's interesting to see that. Now, like, when Sarah has Brody on and he takes over the thing or pops up with a mask or whatever he does, it just is so real. And I think that you forget that, Christy. You just go ahead and live and just do it. I mean, when you were doing you're making meatballs or something,
Okay.
You made meatballs one time and it was perfect. I mean, it was a great, it was a really great thing. And I think you got lots of likes when you did it because it was so genuine and real. It wasn't like you thought a lot about it. You just did it.
And also sometimes when I run out of ideas, like, look up a fun recipe and decide to make it or whatever, and just do a quick thing about a recipe or
Do a fork drop.
what's a fork drop?
What?
What's a fork drop?
I made it up.
Oh, okay.
Every time I taste test a recipe and it's good, I throw my fork on the ground and I do a
You
fork
can
drop.
you can tell she don't watch your videos. That's for sure, honey, because you've done it several times. She doesn't watch your videos.
I'm like, what's a fork drop? Yeah, just find something you're gonna teach someone. I love it. That's like a mic drop. I got it now. My hair's not blonde anymore, so I'm a brunette now. So I should be able to catch on better.
I know, it's so stupid. I did it once and now I keep doing it.
All right, I'm interrupting real quick because we got less than a minute. We're going to start a power hour at 9:15. I did want to just throw out a question. Do we have any plans of doing like what is coaching event round robin thing? Do you guys still do that anymore? Because it's been several months and I think we should do that again for sure.
Yes.
That's all. I just want to throw it out there.
Sarah and I were texting about it today. So
Okay.
we were going to kind of have a powwow conversation about it this weekend. So
Well, I'm in, so.